I'm Ashley Avalos. I'm a guest services supervisor.
Guest services supervisor, and sort of describe that a little bit more in detail. What do you do as a guest services supervisor?
So I'm front end of all the guests who come to Pier 33, making sure everything is safe on the landing, making sure boats get out on time, going to Alcatraz, making sure everybody has a great experience.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about the guest services department. What exactly is it that you do? I know that you mentioned that you make sure that everybody has a good time and they get out on time, but what else do you oversee, or as a department?
As a department, we oversee ticket sales, groups, not necessarily group sales, but making sure our groups go out on time on their boats that they booked for, making sure people, they can come up and purchase tickets with us, things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I noticed, I was just showing people over, the ticket booth is just right there, and it seems like it gets pretty busy, I can imagine.
It can.
How many people do you think you probably see per day? I mean,
on a sold out day when we don't have tickets to sell, we can see maybe about 300, 400 plus people. With tickets, I would say a little bit more than that, maybe 600, 700 who walk up to the ticket booths.
Gotcha. Okay, so needless to say, it can get pretty busy here at Alcatraz Landing, and that's also a good point to make, that if people should arrive maybe about 30 or 40 minutes before their tour, just to make sure they have enough time to do whatever they need to do. So I guess the next question would be, how long have you worked for Alcatraz? I know you've been here probably longer than I have. So
very long time.
Yeah.
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite things about working with Alcatraz and with Alcatraz Cruises?
I love it. I love working with people, meeting new people, seeing our guests come and go, seeing their faces once they come back from Alcatraz, interacting with people that are from the city who come out here just to do tours with people who come, people they know coming from out of state, out of country, things like that.
And you've worked in other departments too as well?
Oh yes, I have.
Okay.
Food and beverage first. I love that. I love the quick pace of that. I worked out on the island as well, driving the tram and just being that help, that extra helping hand for folks who couldn't get around physically on the island with the tram and stuff. That was always good.
Awesome. And was there a favorite thing you had about the island, like seeing on the island? Is there a favorite aspect that you couldn't imagine?
I loved hearing all the stories that the interpreters knew, because they go such in depth with it. It was really fun.
Yeah, there's so much knowledge for people who are working on the island. It's that adds to the experience, just being able to hear those stories.
Yes.
Let me see. We have other questions. Okay. Well, this was one we already talked about, and it's a little off topic from the Alcatraz, but just to get to know you. So, you live in San Francisco?
I'm from San Francisco. Okay. I live right outside of it now.
Oh, okay, cool. You're from San Francisco. Yes. So, okay, we have a San Francisco native, which is something you don't find very often in San Francisco.
I'm one of the last.
So, as a native, we were just talking about this. What is is there a San Francisco food that you just love? Like that's so San Francisco that it's just, I don't know. But you were talking about one thing in particular.
I like PPQ, the oven meats crab place. It's in the Avenues. It's really good. Crab season, it's the bomb.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as even when it's delayed, it's still worth it.
It's still worth it.
Yeah, so if you're here and it's crab season, go get yourself some crab.
Yes.
You have a suggestion from a local San Franciscan, a native San Franciscan.
Yes.
And then one final thing, I think if there were a tip for Alcatraz visitors that you wanted to give, what would that tip be?
I would say if you're coming during the summertime, please book way in advance, because I don't want you to come down here and be really upset that we don't have tickets. Yep. But booking in advance, it'll get you out there.
Awesome.
3 months at least, yes.
Yes, very great suggestion. Well, I want to say thank you so much for speaking with us. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
That's it.
Okay, awesome.
Alcatraz Cruises is the bomb.
We are the bomb, that's true. Cool. All right, well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you, Michael.